Hello everybody and welcome, my name is Ursa Ryan and this is the start of a new playthrough that I hope is going to be both really fun and also a bit of a challenge to everybody else out there. This is a bit of an idea I had in terms of, I think, a good challenge in Civ 6 that should be really tricky, but if we really think about it and really play the game well, there's a chance that you can do it. But I extend this to everybody. The rules are simple, and I'm going to talk as the game loads so that you can actually see that I'm not cheating and I'm not just pulling up a random start based on the fact that I like that particular start, rerunning and everything. I'm going to talk all the way through this so you can see the game loading. And this is what we've got to do. We have got to play as a random leader. You don't get to pick, you have to play as a random leader. You have to play a shuffle map with the rules as follows. Deity difficulty, ancient era start, standard speed, so pretty regular there. Leave it on city states 18, disaster intensity 2. We're going to shuffle, huge map with standard resources, start possession, all victory types, regular options. You can see my seeds will be down here, so you can have an idea of what we're doing if you want to play along as well. And all of the civs have to be in the game, and by that I mean we are playing with 20 people, including us, okay? So you can count them if you want. I'm sure someone will count them to make sure we're playing fair, but those are the rules. I throw this open to you. Can you win the Shuffle 20 challenge, where you play a shuffle, huge map with 20 people on Deity difficulty and still win? I am pretty convinced I am not going to be able to win this, but we'll give it a go, shall we? Let's see what the game throws at us. I'm intrigued. Who are we going to get? As we're waiting for this to load, thank you so much for watching and following, and if you don't know who I am, I'm Ursa Ryan. I play a lot of Civ 6. I'm very, very tiny, weeny, small YouTuber that, I think we're having a bit of fun. We're growing a little bit of a community at the moment, which is hilarious. I love it. You guys all comment and keep me on my toes and fact correct me on my German spelling. We're playing as Vicky. I'm so happy. I gotta put my British breath. Oh goodness me! Right, tea. Yes, spiffing. Wonderful. We're going to be very British on this. I'm going to bring out my absolute, cradle of the Navy and Empire and posh public school accent as best I can, because this is going to be a fantastic game. You probably won't even notice I put that accent on because I'm just a posh twat, really, but there we go. I'm Ursa Ryan. I play a lot of Civ 6 stuff. I'm still building a little bit of a fan base. I'm building a little bit of everything, really. So if you want to stick around and watch, thank you so much. It's really good fun. I don't normally talk over the start of a video like this. It's mainly because I want you guys to see that I'm not cheating. I'm picking Vicky's nose with my cursor. I'm genuinely playing this on a random map. I don't know what it's going to give me. Problem with shuffle maps, right? This shuffle can give you absolutely anything. We could have a huge water world, like a high sea level island map, in which case we're going to laugh because the AI can't do island maps and, well, Vicky is built for the Navy. Or we could have a huge Pangaea with loads of volcanoes and 3 AIs, which are America, the Aztecs, and, say, Chandragupta's India, right, all starting next to us, and then we get killed in the first 20 turns. I don't know what's going to happen. I genuinely have no idea what's going to happen. I'm also going to throw a disclaimer out there. We are not going to use the Pantheon bug. I'm sure that will get patched at some point. It's really tempting, isn't it? Just to put 50 versions of the fishing boat increase, right? So every time I put fishing boats down, it gives me plus 50 production. Could you imagine how hilarious that would be? Now we're going to play this game normally, which means I've actually got to think. I've actually got to think about what we're going to do. It is all about continents for us. We have got to settle on other continents. If we do, we get more trade routes and we get 3 melee units, which is pretty good. If I build a Royal Navy dockyard, I get a 3 naval units, which is really, really good. It's the strongest naval unit I can build, so we've got to make sure we get to Sea Dogs really quickly. Iron and coal mines are really good. Oh, redcoats I missed. Redcoats are quite good on other continents. They're pretty powerful. Iron and coal mines give 2 more resources per turn. That's really good. 100% production towards military engineers. That's the best thing ever. It means we can play Railway Simulator. They get extra charges, which means planes are good later in the game. Buildings that provide additional yields when powered receive +4 of that yield. That is amazing. That is if we are around in the sort of like industrial come modern era and we haven't been taken out of the game, we will win, because that is one of the best DLCs in the game. 20% retraction towards industrial zone buildings, good harbour buildings, increased strategic resource stockpiles by +10. When this game first came out, Vicky in England was terrible, and they compensated for that by changing it later, and they've totally gone overboard, which is brilliant. Shall we see what we've been given? Okay, that's not bad. We've got jungle. Jungle means that we've got a lot of good resources. Look at this. That is a 6 tile. There's a 5 tile there. There's a 5 tile there. There's some good early game tiles. We actually have sailing-based luxuries, which is really, really good. We have an immediate place that I can put a Royal Navy dockyard. I even have a mountain and a river. In fact, actually, this other spot here for a campus actually has 1 rainforest here, because that's a regular forest. But these, hang on, let's actually stick these options on so you can see my cursor. Where is it? Interface. Here we go. Plot tooltip, 1.1 seconds. Let's bring that down to 0.4 so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Like this tile here, right? That's going to be, there's some rainforest, there's a rainforest, that is regular forest. So already we're going to have to use BTAX. We're going to have to think about this game massively already. There's going to be the campus. It's quite obvious, right, that this is going to be the Royal Navy dockyard. I love a game that involves Royal Navy dockyards. They are fantastic. In fact, let's just remind ourselves of the adjacency bonuses of Royal Navy dockyards, because this is really, really important. Adjacent districts, adjacent coastal resources, city centres, and government plazas. Very simple, actually. There's not much that actually improves that. So pretty much it's going to have a +3 adjacency, and we might actually just have to leave that there. In terms of aqueducts, remember you should always have an aqueduct if you can help it in a game. That's going to be pretty much the only tile that allows me to aqueduct, which means my industrial zone needs to be somewhere near that. We'll don't have to put that down immediately. But how are we going to play this game? How are we going to play this game? Any game that involves England means I can build a navy, and if I've got a navy, I don't need to worry about religion, right? Crusade is not important. I'm about to sneeze. I'm so sorry. That was appalling. I hope that didn't flare the audio up too much. Yeah, we don't need to worry about religion so much. And on a Deity shuffle map, I'm not going to like push myself to doing it. We don't have crazy faith adjacencies. I don't have too much regular forest. I haven't got too much regular mountain that I can see. I may do. Should we move this builder to here just see if we can see over? No, problem with rainforest, you can't see past it if it's a rainforest hill, which it is. I don't want to move my capital. I'm pretty sure that like this tile would be no better for me. I mean, ideally that's the tile I want. That's what I want to be working dead off, or maybe even this. Actually, I'd rather take the additional yield from here. So we will just settle London where it is. Oh, I love a game where I get to play London. It just doesn't happen ever. Oh, brilliant. We're going to get some extra gold in for now until the game works out which tile we're going to get. As I said, I want this tile, so maybe working the extra gold at the beginning of the game is no bad thing, because that means I can get that tile next to it. So irrigation, what are we going to do? Sailing, I think sailing is important, mining is important. If I get a builder up, I can work that tile immediately to give me a little bit of extra production just to push through those early buildings, but then food isn't quite where I want it. Other than that, it's water resources, right? If I were to build a building, I'd have to get 2 techs in order to use it straight off. That's not many. Sorry, that's not good. I don't need to rush a builder here. I could get a monument going. That would give me the extra policy slots. I'm not rushing a religion. I'm not rushing a government. I'm not too worried about getting culture off the bat. I might look for scouts and just see if I can scout through. But then again, I don't like building scouts at the beginning of the game, because against Deity AI, the scouts are useless. You find all the AIs and they just come kill you immediately. It's horrific. So I don't know what I'm going to beeline for. I mean, I know I need celestial navigation, right? No, Royal Navy dockyards are the best building. that's how I'm going to win. And I'm going to have a quite navy-focused game if I'm England, probably. That doesn't mean that I can't not get writing. I think writing is quite important, and we've actually been given a campus district here that doesn't require any chopping. So if I go for pottery and then writing, it's probably the best thing I can do, followed up by sailing and then mining. So once we get towards writing, I need to make sure that I can build the campus. We'll get a builder up after that point and go from there. Code of Laws isn't going to happen, so do I go for a monument to shoot me through Code of Laws? What would the point be on that? Do I need to rush this? I don't think I need to really rush it. Oh, I could go straight for Pingala. In fact, if I were to put my government plaza here, which feels like a little bit of a waste, but wouldn't necessarily be the worst thing, and build my government plaza there, I could get a Pingala start going, which would push me through the early games. Maybe a monument is the best thing to do. Yes, I'm going to risk it. We're going to go for a monument start, followed up probably by granary, and then we'll pump out slingers until the cows come home. I think that's probably the best idea. Right, let's jump into this, shall we? Ho ho ho! Yeah, look, the game's going to do that thing. It wants this tile, the chocolate, over the banana tile, which I don't think is the best option, personally. So we're going to have to force buy that tile, which is only 50 gold, and the extra gold is helping. So we'll be able to do that around about the same time. And having a monument up means that I get loads more culture as well, so it's not the worst. Let's have a look on top of this hill, see what we can find. Fresh water. Okay, it's not too bad, actually. Not the worst. We're looking maybe up this river to see if we can find any more spaces to settle, but that looks like the end of the river, doesn't it? That's not the best. Not the best in terms of, like, we've got loads of places to go. Oh, Lake Windermere. Oh, it's even got the Lake District theme. I do love the Lake District. If you guys from America, you don't know what Lake Windermere is, have a Google of it. It's in the lakes. It's beautiful. Lovely, lovely place. Recommend going. Oh. Ooh, that's a lot more mountain, isn't it? It's exciting. It doesn't necessarily mean this is going to be a better spot for my campus, because I've still got the one mountain here and I'll have adjacency to this, but I mean, it might... I have to think about that. That might change things. Let's move our warrior up towards this range and see how big it is, because if we're in a huge mountainous area, my campus rush at the beginning may turn out to be quite a good idea. Oh good, barbarians. Ugh, I hate barbarians on this game. Oh, a desert, lovely. Aha! There is a second river though, including a 4 production. I mean, that's not a bad little tile. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's pretty close in terms of like where I would normally want to stack cities up. If I had to put a marker there, we'll keep that there for now, but that is an immediate start there, which is pretty good. How is the scout so powerful? I know the ideal terrain is there, but like, oh, for God's sake. Right, we need to kill that scout. Here's the tile. I wouldn't normally waste it, but that is such a good tile. There we go. Yeah, it already knows to lock it. So we might get a bit of population growth now, which is very good. Just heal yourself, warrior, and then we'll get you some help. Pottery, pop 2, had a pit stop. Warrior, let's go find that scout before he sends about 7 million things my way. We're going to start on writing now. I think that's the best thing. Get the campus down as quickly as we can. You can see it already knows to work that cocoa. So it's not the best resource tile, but it does give me loads of extra gold, which does help in these early stages of the game. I'm not complaining too much. Wow, that is a big old desert here. Not very useful for England. So, monument finished. We need to make sure London is a big, powerful capital that we know it is. London, one of the best places to live. Says nobody. I live there. Trust me. You think it's great until you stand on a tube with about 3,000 people packed into a small steel box, sweating because someone else is sweating on you, and you've got this all big sweat sort of accumulation between the two of you, and it's all horrible. And yeah, I don't like London. Discipline, that's better than what I'm talking about. Go for urban planning. We don't need to rush a pantheon. There's 20 people in this game. We'll get a pantheon when we get one. Let's jump for this warrior. Now we've got the +5 advantage. He's got ideal terrain, but hopefully we'll get a level soon, so we'll be able to fight them off. I think, do I go for Agogi or for craftsmanship? So Agogi with craftsmanship, sorry, where I can get the military and builders, or do I go for extra naval units? I actually think I will go towards craftsmanship so I can go towards state workforce. Yeah, that'll be a good first move, just to get Pingala in as quickly as possible. Oh, another warrior. Oh, lovely. Well, already the game's like, you want to have fun? Nah, not going to let you do that. Don't be silly. Bastards.